Boom. Yeah. And we live. Man. I usually have some music going. This is a little impromptu, y'all. But bear with us, man. I got one of my really good friends, man. Met this dude. First of my bro, I say my Joe, my boy Coop from Chicago, man. We we met back in 2000 and what, like 5 in the Navy, man. Over
Yeah, I was gonna say about 5 or 6. Yeah.
5 or 6 over 20 years now for sure. And yeah, because I got to
Mm-hmm.
the squadron down in VA. We were down in where we stationed at, Coop?
VA2.
VFA 2 in
Lamore.
Lemoore, California. If y'all don't know,
Yep.
it's the ass crack of California. Wouldn't recommend nobody going there.
It's
But you
is nope. Middle of
don't go
nowhere.
there.
Smell like
Don't
shit.
go there. It's terrible. It's a terrible
It's
place to
nothing
be,
there. It's
man.
really it's really nothing there.
It's nothing
I don't know
there at
what it looked
all.
like now, but when we was there, it was
Man,
ass.
look.
You
It
got to
was
drive about an hour to get up out of there.
it was complete doo doo. You had to just one road in, basically one road out, and it was just that's the first time I've ever saw a uh a tumbleweed. I didn't know those things was real. You know the little
Hey,
tumbleweed, the little cactus.
you kind of good. I know what you're talking about. That was
Yeah,
crazy. Yep.
I never saw one of those, bro, until driving to Lemoore. Now you mind, I'm coming from LA. I'm coming from big city, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
what is that? I only seen that in what in Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons. I didn't never know those shits was real.
When I first seen it, I was so amazed. I said, I am seeing the world. I said, this shit is crazy. And then, the shit that fucked me up down there, when we had that fog come in, I never seen fog cover a area of a place like that
Oh,
so fucking fast to where you can't even see the next plane. Like, to
hey, bro,
me,
it
that
was
shit was wild.
crazy. It was crazy down there, man. Like,
Crazy.
and like we said, Lemoore, California probably has changed. We are talking over 20 years ago, but just know that
It's ass.
it was
They probably
ass.
got two Walmarts now. Two Walmarts. I give them three. Yeah, three
No more.
Walmarts, two
Three,
three
three
Walmarts, two
Walmarts
malls.
max. 3 Walmarts max, bro. But
Hmm.
yeah, man. But like I say, man, this is my
Yep.
guy, man, my bro. From Chicago, man. This is a special episode of Unc Nation Live. As you can see, we call this Unc Nation Sports, man. We're gonna recap yesterday's divisional round in the NFL, man. Crazy stuff, controversial stuff. And we're gonna jump right ahead off into the Chicago game. Cause like I said, my boy Coop is from Chicago, the west side to be exact. You know what I'm saying, Joe? So
West
Coop,
side's the best side. We love our South Siders. North sides be living, but we don't know nothing about
hey,
the East side.
hey, shout out to all Chicago, man. But Coop, okay, so we know you had the Bears to win, obviously, because you're like I say, Chicago native, right through and through.
Hmm.
But did you have him to win because it was on your heart because you're a Bear fan, you want to see them go, or did you really think, like, even from a logical standpoint, like, oh no, they got this in the bag?
Well, I felt we could beat them because we beat them already.
Hmm.
No, most of the time that don't mean nothing. But when you got film on a team in the NFL and you have done something to them in the regular season that really control them, because they were supposed to put up a lot of points on us in the regular season. They didn't do that. Once again, they didn't do
They
that
didn't.
this game.
They did it.
But
They
I
did it.
chose my Bears because I chose my Bears because I felt the defense was going to play better. They played better
Hmm.
last game. I keep telling everybody, I know we 29th, 24th, and we ass. I get it. But
Yes.
when it came to
Yes.
situational football with the Bears this year, our great players stepped up. We even had got emerging players now that are in star roles. So
Hmm.
the future is bright for the Bears. I'm kind of mad at the picks. Of course, controversy there with that, but I chose my Bears because I just felt they was gonna play better. They was gonna
Hmm.
score.
Hmm.
And we did exactly what I thought we was gonna do. We moved the ball. We just didn't score.
Right.
We
Right.
was moving the
Right.
ball. We just didn't score. We didn't
Right.
put the six up. So when you don't put six up and you either get zero or not three, It's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be a long game.
Okay. Okay. I feel you. And for those of y'all joining the chat, man, we want to know too, who's y'all have in the Rams and Bears game and why. For me, I definitely hear what you're saying though. I thought it was gonna be a much more high scoring game, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be a much more high scoring game. Just because the way that the both the defense had played in the previous round and the wild card round, and just I think both defenses
Hmm.
have not really been lights out, you know what I mean, against their opponent. But
Yeah.
I do, I do, I do think I chose the Rams. One, I'm an LA native, but not just for that. I chose the Rams just because I figured your boy Caleb Williams, love him, went to USC, been following him even he was at Oklahoma, but
Right.
um I knew eventually his I guess his lack of being a seasoned vet would show up, in which it did. Because my boy did have three
Yeah. Yeah.
interceptions. One, you can't
Yeah.
really cause them, but I was just going against lack of experience versus experience in Stafford. And I was looking at both of the offenses. I gave the edge to
Hmm.
the Rams, being that I think they just off the receiving core alone. You know what I mean? I think the Rams had the
Hmm.
advantage. The quarterback can be a toss up at times. I think Caleb Williams is. I think his ceiling is crazy. I think he can be the best QB in the league. A few more years, but I just knew
It,
ultimately
mm,
his lack of experience in the postseason was gonna get him.
it nipped us. It nipped us. Like if we looking at overall, it did. And then
Yeah.
just if you just being honest and real about what you watching, if you look
Right,
at
right, right.
football
Right.
and you have turnovers, you either have them or you create 'em. And when you create them on your own side, it's gonna be a long game. And then it's always football is always situational because if you catch the first that touchdown pass, if you catch that,
Mm,
the game may look a little different. So like
right.
it could be this, it could be that, but overall, when you got three turnovers, you're not winning football games.
Not in the playoffs.
Nah,
Not in the playoffs. It's rare to come on
nah.
yeah, to come on three turnovers and still win a football game in the playoffs is difficult. You the error for I mean the margin for mistake is very, very slim in the playoffs, bro. I mean, NFL game in general, but in the playoffs, hey, come on, man, because
Very.
these teams are locked in on you. They're
It'll
focused on
throw the
you.
whole game.
Yeah, they know where you're going to. I mean, the film sessions they study is like intense. You know what I mean? They're looking at your habits. They picking apart everything. And defenses
Hmm.
and both offenses are trying to, you know what I mean, strategically come out and manipulate, you know what I mean, the other side, just giving off what they study in the film for like weeks to come, you know? So
Right.
but I did, but did you feel okay? So the controversial call. Let me see. I got to see if I can pull that up. Where they had it's talking about Devontae Adams, right? You know the controversial call because then now real quick, was it an interception or was it a completed pass?
Look, hold up, hold up. Before we go there,
Right.
it was another, and I know I'm a Bears fan. Y'all don't say I'm
Okay.
biased. I'm not biased.
Okay.
Look at the
Okay.
film. It happened. The
Okay. Let's
no
hear it.
call with the hands to the face on the first pick. When he threw that first pick, the
Mm,
the DN, if that was Matt Stafford, they throwing that flag. I'm
uh-huh.
just saying.
You think
I'm
that?
gonna throw
You
that
think
out
that?
there. If yeah, I think if that was a different quarterback, they get to come on. How blind can you be, dude? Like 6'7", he just struck him in his face, and you got
Well, we got
the Empire right
real
behind you.
quick. I want
You
I
don't
want to
throw the
stoke the
flag?
I want to stoke the fire real quick. We got a
That's
very
just me.
saucy
That's just
on
me.
YouTube. Very saucy on YouTube said the Bears are trash. No reason why, but just the Bears are trash.
You know what? I get that because being a lifelong Bears fans, we have hired cool motherfucking people who shouldn't even been coaching. Some people had the
Yeah.
job, they ain't even know they had the job. So being a long-term Bears fan, get it. I get it. But now for the next 10 to 12 years, NFC in trouble. I'm just saying, NFC in trouble. Is this the bad Caleb Williams? Ooh,
You can't wait to see what the good Caleb Williams gonna look
wait till
like.
you fix some problems. We get a Payne Manning had that problem. I thought Ben Roethlisberger had a turnover problem, but when they fixed the problem, the interception to touchdown ratio, let's just say he get 35 touchdowns, 4 interception. Now you're looking
Mm,
at MVP Caleb. I'm just saying it's
mm.
possible he could do that. But I'm looking at long term and compare. It was going to the Super Bowl. Fucking right, I thought he was going to the Super Bowl. All this luck, shit, you had some luck,
Real
but
quick. I hate to interrupt you.
that was
I hate to
crazy.
interrupt you because
No, you
I hate to
good.
interrupt
Go
you.
right
No, no,
ahead.
no, because no, because you're going off. But it's just we're having like some lagging going on with your feed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's that about. I don't know if you connect to the internet, Wi-Fi, whatnot. But that thing was like, I heard like every other 3 words. And I really want to get that. You feel me? Okay. Cool. You there?
It is zigzagging on my side too. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. So what we gonna do
I'm
is at
here.
this moment. Okay, you can hear me just fine.
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, bet. Okay, so go ahead, go off on your spill again. Let us hear it, because I didn't want to interrupt you. I hated to interrupt you, but you were you were preaching faster, so take your time. Go ahead and do it again. so, so okay. Now the controversial. You said that the first pick it was what he took a blow to the head. Was you saying by the defensive player, and they didn't give him
Yep,
that. They didn't give him that call.
they ain't throw a flag. They ain't throw a flag. No.
Wait,
If you
hold on,
watch
hold
Ben
on.
Johnson reaction after the play, if
Uh-huh.
you Ben Johnson after that play, he was highly pissed off.
He was highly pissed off, and that was in the first quarter.
Yep, first quarter
I don't. I think
on
I
the
think I
first
came
pick.
in. Oh yeah, okay, I did remember that. Um, so what? Okay, be honest though. Okay, did that cause the interception? Was it after he threw it, or was it beforehand?
This has well, I will say it was in between ball being released and
Mm,
he was already hand was coming. But like if you watch the play, you could see it. It's like simultaneously happening. Um, so I get it. You know, they missed the call. I could get fined.
okay.
I don't want my Bears to get fined, so I'm gonna speak up for him. Fucking referee blew it. Shit. He gonna find me, goddamn it. He fucking blew it. Cause that they put us back. They give us 4 more downs.
Yeah,
Every down in playoffs is crucial. You would get that first down because of that penalty. Now we looking at a different game. That's why I say like the drop pass, that could have been a different game if we get the touchdown. Maybe that could have been
yeah,
led to a high scoring game. We don't know because defense played amazing on both
yeah.
sides.
Both sides, both sides. Like I said, it was defensive struggle. Like them going into the
Hmm.
half at 10-10, then nobody scoring in the third. I was blown away because I just knew they was gonna put up a. I just knew it was gonna be a shootout between these two teams. But both of the defenses
Hmm.
stepped up tremendously. Now whether the weather played a factor or not, you know what I mean. I think that may be it too. I think they were playing in clear conditions, no snow. I think that thing is just a shootout. I think it's who score. It's who
Yeah.
scores last. You know what I mean.
Yep.
Um,
Who got that ball last?
Exactly, but you said about the drop catches, I mean drop passes, which Roma Dunze, which was interesting because I saw a statistic that said he dropped three in this game, right? Rome dropped three in this game. Then
Hmm.
he was targeted 6 times, caught two for about I think what 40 some yards, right? But he dropped
Yeah.
three in this game. Now, what's interesting about that is that dude dropped a total of four passes in the last 2 seasons. I mean, no, this season and the season prior to. Dude dropped four. I mean, total of six, but he dropped three in a crucial playoff game. Like, oh my god, you hate to see it. I
It
was
was
you
too cold
expecting
for
that
him.
at
Was it too
Rome? Was you
cold?
expect?
Yeah.
He said, "Was it
No,
too
when he dropped
cold?"
the pass, I cried. He dropped that touchdown pass. I was in highly pissed off. Me and Ron gonna have all season talk. He got amazing hands, but when
Right.
I'm a old school guy, and when you catch passes in a cold wet body, it's never gonna be good. He tried to
Right.
catch that body pass. You got to snatch that. You got to go get that. So like. The weather could have played a play on him. Maybe he sees stuff I don't see. He about to get hit.
Right.
He just
Right.
ran the slant. So yeah, he
Uh-huh.
got that up against him. But it's playoffs, baby. I'd rather you get
Playoffs.
that touchdown and then go get in the blue curtain after that.
Right.
Got
Okay.
to make
So
the catch. Got to make
and
the
and,
catch.
and hey, I definitely agree. You got to make the catch. Like, I mean, like we can only watch as fans and spectators and be like what he could have done. We don't know what we did in that situation, but then again, we're not getting paid to make those catches. He is, so make the damn catch. I get what you're saying. Um, but you know what I mean? You feel me? Like shit, you get paid for that, right?
Hmm.
But
I
hey,
do.
everybody can be good at their job at all the time. So you can take that with a grain of salt. But
Right.
okay, so now that was points y'all missed with Rome and end zone, right? But what about the 9 times y'all didn't kick the field goals, bro? What about y'all? I mean, did you I think it was 4th and 1. Y'all on the 32. They opt to go for they opt to go for it, and the Rams stopped them. 1 yard goal, but the Rams stopped them. Are you kicking the ball in that
Hated,
situation? I mean, huh?
hated the formation. I
Hated
wanted
the
to call
formation.
timeout. I hated the formation because I felt like the defense had a beat. I get it. I get Ben Johnson to his core, he gonna run the ball. That's what he gonna do.
Right.
They know what's coming. We know what's coming. We know we about to
Right.
smack them dead in their mouth. We about to run the ball. But the only thing I hated about that formation was my running back was like 6 yards in backfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if this 1 yard,
It
like
was
come on, six. That's not Derrick Henry. He don't need a 6 yard goal. Bring him up a
right.
little bit more. Like if we
Hmm.
gonna really do this, then other times when we could have went for the field goal, I felt on that second 4th and 1, we should have did a Cole Kmet QB sneak. Like, go ahead,
Mm.
play off.
Hmm.
Everybody know in Chicago, Cole Kmet get under there. We doing one, two things. He's snaking or he handing that thing off. So just go and throw him up in
Mm.
there, push him. We get the 1 yard. It's cool. In that formation, I hate it. I was calling timeout once again. Ben Johnson ain't listen. I had my headset on,
Not you calling
pissing me
timeout.
off. I'm
He
calling
said I'm calling
timeout. The
timeout.
formation was off. Yeah, I hated the formation because once again,
Mm.
I felt the alignment of how the running back was in the backfield, and once again, I
Right.
felt he was too far. That it was too much of a those hand. If you watch the plays, too long of a handoff. And I know
Mm.
they've been running that play all year. They have, but in that situation, it's 4th and 1. Come on, put
Hmm.
somebody. Y'all get paid to smash somebody neck up in there. Go on, get Cole Komet. He'll be all right.
Right. Right. Right. No,
He'll be all right. Shit.
I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. I didn't think the formation was suspect. And then somebody said Shot Town the Biddle, very saucy Shot Town. They in the they from Chicago, evidently. What part of Chicago are you from? But no, it's I definitely agree. But I still think because in that moment, what was the score when that first time y'all didn't go for that field goal? Were y'all up or down? Y'all were the Rams
Uh,
scored. Y'all, I think
that
in that moment,
first field goal.
yeah, first time y'all didn't go for it on the 4th and 1. I think the Rams were up, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think it was 0-0.
It was 0-0. So y'all didn't go for it when y'all had because I know y'all first possession, y'all end up getting an interception, right?
Right. No, 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 no. Wait, was that first possession?
You know what? I got it
No,
right here.
no
Let's
pick. It was just turnover on down.
turnover on downs. That
Like,
was the 4th and 1. That's when y'all should have went for the field goal.
yep,
Yep, yep.
yep.
Let me take a look to be sure because I feel like me personally, I felt like Ben Johnson left some points out there, man. And I know people say, you got to
He
go
did.
for it, and I'm just like, I understand that, but to an extent, it's like you got to get
Help
those
the
points, man.
defense. Got to help
You
your
say what?
defense.
Exactly. Help your
You
defense.
got to help the
Exactly. Because
defense
you would put a defense out there a lot, and which is probably
because the
both
defense
defenses.
really kept us in the game. If we put
Yeah.
those points there, maybe we win by 3. We don't.
Exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Because let's see. Yeah, no, y'all threw interception on that first drive. Y'all threw an interception. Caleb Pass didn't mean intended for it was for Loveland
Yeah,
and Durant picked it up. Picked it off. Then the Rams scored, then y'all scored, right? And then y'all punt, and then the second quarter, this is when y'all should have went for the field goal because y'all were down, y'all were on the Rams 32,
Hmm.
4th and 1, and it's tie game at this point, and y'all try to get the first down,
Yeah.
and it backfired. It backfired. In
Hmm.
my opinion,
He
in
been
my
doing it all
opinion,
playoffs. He been
yeah,
doing it
yeah.
all playoffs. He been doing it all playoffs. He been going for it all playoffs. I want to say since about week 17. The man
So
just
did you
been on
so
a
so
mission
did,
in
so
fourth
did
and
you
one.
okay.
Third down is just like a warm up play.
So it's fourth down territory with him anytime he on their side of the field, what you saying.
In the last 6 weeks, it has been.
Mm. So did you agree with them going for it and you just didn't like the play call? Do you when you in that situation, you Bill Johnson, you going for it too, 7-7, you up in the second quarter, you tied, you know what I mean? Like I said, you obviously 7-7, you're tied. Are you going for it on 4th and 1 or are you kicking the field goal?
Hmm.
You kicking the field goal?
I'm definitely doing what Ben Johnson did. I'm going
You
for it.
going for
I'm
it.
just
You going
calling them.
for it.
No, I'm going for it. I'm just calling a better play. I'm going for it. Just calling a better play. Just I felt the play call was booty. Just me.
Now the play
It's a
call was
booty run
booty.
play call. He had better run plays in there. He, we we could have brought out two more linemen. Man, take Cole Komet and Loveland out. We need big boys in here. We need somebody to
Mm,
start slobbing on somebody. It wasn't
mm,
no man. We needed that 1 yard. This is a chance to get sloppy and nasty. They know we gonna go forward on 4th and 1. Let's just put the big boys out there and get nasty. Let's just do it. No, he,
mm.
he got a little he got a little pretty.
Very
Pretty.
very saucy on
Try to hit
YouTube
with
said
some
it was
finesse,
it very saucy on YouTube said it was the play calling. I think me personally, I think in that moment, I think I I think I kicked the field goal because your defense is playing pretty lights out. Like I said, second quarter. I think against the Rams, you kind of got to
Hmm.
take the points if they're given to they presented to you because you know the Rams can score. So it's like anytime you got an opportunity to put points up on the Rams, I understand he's like, well, three ain't enough. But like I said, once again, your defense was playing pretty well, and that was the second quarter. So it's like, hey man, take the points, take what the defense give you. You know what I mean? You like into otherwise. I mean, the defense is playing well to otherwise though, because you go up in that situation, and once again,
hmm
you're not you take those points. I mean, we talking about a totally different game. But I mean, I get it. I get it. 4th and 1, you figure like your team
he calling the game.
he called it. But at some point though, I think
No, go ahead.
in that situation it was early. But later on, when he kept going for the 4th and 1 and it was getting
Hmm.
stuff like that. Now that's when I was like, oh shit! Like you gave the Rams a lot of life. I think they got stuff like twice on 4th and 1 and in the goal line
He
too.
did
I'm like,
twice
ooh, yeah,
on the
yeah,
one. On the
yeah,
one. That's the one that
yeah.
hurt me. I was
That
like,
they
damn,
had
I
a
said
lot of
game might
life
be
after
over. We got
that.
we got stopped. I think when we got stopped right there, Caleb had already two interceptions too.
Yeah,
I think he had
yeah,
two interceptions at that point. So
yeah.
like with two interceptions, getting stopped on 4th and 1 twice, they kind of my defense, I've been yelling at my defense all year. They didn't send me to the hospital. I didn't got on medication because of them. Um, all sorts of shit. You need a CPAP machine because you don't know when they wake up. They be playing defense for 3 quarters and then they act like they ain't out there. Like what the but defense gave me hope. Defense gave me
Yeah.
hope, boy, because they kept us in the game. They really did. Because
Yeah, the
Brisker,
defense, the defense.
MVP.
Oh man, he was
Brisker,
playing. Oh,
Brisker
he was
was a
playing lights
monster.
out. He was playing
He
lights
was playing
out.
out his mind.
Yeah, I
He's
didn't
playing out his
understand.
mind.
I didn't understand that part. I was like, damn, who is this out there? This man's looking. You see, you
Mm-hmm.
acting different out there. But like overall,
Mm-hmm.
which was shocking for me because I felt like your defense kind of let y'all down. I mean, it's kind of surprised y'all. They kind of overperformed. I mean, I would say over deliver on expectations, right? And then I felt like
Right.
the offense kind of underperformed in a sense because it's like it didn't look like the same offense. And once again, they weren't going against a good Rams defense. Like it didn't look like the same
No.
offense, you know what I mean, prior to, last night's game. And I'm just like, Caleb Williams had a solid game. Caleb Williams was what? 23 of 42, 257 yards, but the three interceptions. Now, outside of three interceptions, outside of what I really didn't understand to what they went away from, Caleb Williams was the most athletic
Hmm.
person on the field every time he took the field. He rushed 5 times for 40 yards, meaning he getting 8 per. Why was he not gashing their ass more? That's the part I didn't understand.
Didn't know why he didn't want to take off. It could have been a lot of things going through his head that I seen it too, because I felt like offensive players, especially in those conditions, always got the go ahead on cuts when you coming out the
Mm-hmm.
pocket and swinging out.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't use it as much as I wanted him to. I think the Rams, you gotta give him credit. They kept him in a circle. So
You
like
think they
when
said
he
so?
had the
So you saying it was the
angle to try
containment, the
to
reason why he wasn't getting out there?
they they definitely he had to really like spin out 6 yards and then run to get those yards that he did get because he had to spin
Mm-hmm.
out so far because they kept him contained so good. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say the Rams defense stayed in their lane. The front four, they was disciplined.
Mm. They were. They were. I think they were disciplined, but I also think sometimes the middle of that field was open. I think he could have taken advantage of that, or even if they want to make him a pocket passer for the game more, I
Hmm.
feel like the middle of the field was exposed because the Rams defense they were playing like a shell in a sense, and that middle of the field was open majority of the time. I was noticing it like, oh my god, that middle was wide open, bro. I'm talking about, phew. I'm talking about you had to be the you. I
I'm
mean, I think
like,
a few, yeah, a few ends. Yeah, I think they could have burnt them on the inside majority of the game to move the ball, but I think the play calling, once again, like very saucy
hmm
said, the play calling was sus yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you.
hmm
But
like you
speak
said, the middle of the
go ahead.
field was open, and when we did hit those, I want to say those long slants in routes, we had big bodies to do that. I don't think, like you
Hmm.
said, play calling was sus, but if we use our big bodies, 84, 85 long, some of our big bodies in the middle, I think that changed game too. Go right ahead,
Okay,
Captain. You
okay.
got it.
What happened? Okay, so speaking of the middle being wide open, that play, the controversial call that everybody's talking about with DJ Moore. Now, did you feel like he gave up on a play? Was it a miscommunication between the two, or was it sort of a bad pass by Caleb? And let's you know what, let's pull that up real quick. Let me see. Cause we got
Okay.
Luther Burden, you do your job, you hold this guy. Look how much space there is over here. Look at the pocket. Look at the space. Look at the effort that DJ Moore comes. First of all, the angle's awful. You're going this way when you should be coming this way. There's a huge
mm,
area of space over there. And if you can run to that area instead of looking, you're primary. To me, you're primary, right? This is
mm,
where it needs to go right here. And you give that type of effort. I mean, this is the exact back view that I want you to see because look at all the space. Guys, look at all
mm,
the space, right? Roma Dunze's running this corner route over here, and there comes DJ Moore. He's just jogging right there.
jogging.
To me, he's just jogging.
So what did you feel that was a lack of effort on DJ's part, bro? I mean, could
Mm,
both things be true? Like, was it a little bit lack of effort? Was it also that Caleb
I hate
Williams?
to speak on like
Mm,
I don't
mm,
know. You know it's hard to judge what a man may be thinking, like in that sense.
mm,
But I want to say he knew the play. He knew play call.
mm, mm,
Y'all been doing this all year long. Um, I think he should. The play call was to be in a certain spot, and
mm.
Caleb felt like he had time to get in that certain spot. He just didn't, and
He
Caleb
just
threw
didn't.
it to a certain spot instead of throwing it to him. Um,
Hmm.
and like the lack of effort on the play, that could be a lot. I could say it was lack of effort. I could say maybe he
Right,
didn't think the ball was coming to him. Um, maybe he didn't really think the play was for him. Because you know how wide receivers will run a play and they'll run a route,
right,
but they know the ball, they not getting the ball unless it's on some other tip.
right,
So
right.
was it lack of effort? That's what the camera shows. That's what the camera shows. I ain't want to agree with people out here, but that's what the camera shows. I'm not saying it is, but the camera shows lack of effort on the route. And that's why we got to pick because of the lack of effort. What the camera shows, I'm not. The camera shows lack of effort. It's not
Right,
me saying you did it. I'm
right,
telling you what the camera shows.
right.
As Bears fans, we gonna say he ain't here, but the camera shows lack of effort. We don't know
Mm,
intentionally what was the play call and stuff like that, but
right.
yes, lack of effort. Dang. I
Lack
love you,
of
DJ. I still got your
effort.
jersey. I still got your jersey,
Now,
DJ. I love you.
and like I say, once again, I always say, like, they're in overtime. It's cold out there. The tip, like I say, we as spectators, as fans, we can only, like you say, you're gonna give us what the camera's showing us, and we don't know what it looked like. For me, I think both things can be true. I think it could be a lack of effort. One, I don't think the route was the best route. I think he probably should have flattened that way more than what he did. He rounded that route off, which allowed, you know what I mean, the defender to get underneath. But I also think Caleb, I think
Hmm.
even if he full speed, Caleb kind of put that ball a little too far out ahead of him. You know what I mean? Because he threw that before the break. He threw that before he broke, before he even turned his head. The ball's out. Now, as the DB
Yeah.
who's looking at you, the receiver's not looking at you. The receiver don't know that ball is out there. So maybe, like I said, he probably did expect him to flatten off the route a little more and get there, but I still feel like the ball. I know you got to throw the receiver open, but I feel like he overthrew the receiver. I feel like even when the pick by a defender, I don't think DJ still catches that ball. I think he just kind of overthrew that ball, if I'm being honest.
So I totally agree with you. Because when don't you know how when you see a quarterback throw the ball and it leave your hands, you be like, that was real. You can tell if it was great throw. He had some oomph on it. When he threw that ball, I
Mm,
kind of I kind of felt it was an overthrow. So when I seen it, I was like, that. But then the camera also showed he put some oomph on the ball when he threw it. I don't think he really seen DJ Moore like he seen DJ Moore. Um,
mhm.
I look at picks as doing. So he got to hold on. He got to be accountable. Will like that from DJ Moore? No, we gonna let him do the picks. See, next year.
Hold on, your phone breaking up
But
again. God, I don't know why we got bad connection, man. Because you talking that
hold on.
talk, and we getting bad connection. What's going on, man? It's that Wi-Fi cool. What's your Wi-Fi? But you good now? Can you hear me?
What about now?
Yep, you good now. It's not. It's just fine. I see
Eh,
everything in
yeah,
place.
I don't hear no echoing. I don't hear none of that.
Yeah, it sound great. It sound great. Okay, that was probably it. That was probably it. Okay, awesome. So we back in there. So and this is what Caleb Williams had to say about the pass during the post game press conference.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. Obviously, don't haven't seen it and don't really know. Um, but from in the moment, saw the front side safety down, the front side of the concept. Ended up getting hemmed up a little bit, and so moved on and had DJ going over top over all of it. Just a miscommunication between him and I. Tried to flatten him off under the safety, and he kept it vertical from what I saw on obviously in the moment.
See, so like I
Mm,
say, and like I say, it could have been miscommunication. I know, and I also do know that's the politically correct thing to say. You know
hmm.
what I mean? As a quarterback,
Yeah.
and you want to throw your guys under the bus,
Nah,
but
we can't do that.
yeah, but I do think I like I said, both things can be wrong, and but I still think more is to blame on DJ's part though. I do think he could have sold that a little more. Even if he wasn't gonna make the catch, he could have sealed the defender off from him making the interception.
Deflected the ball,
Yeah,
knocked it
something,
down.
something, something,
Um,
something.
his energy, just like when the ball was released, just his route running on that specific play was not it. He didn't
Mm.
just like if you just hone in on him on the route tree, he ran a route, but it was just like half effort. I say that.
Right.
I say that. Like once again, Caleb said miscommunication. He tried to flatten him out. When you already half effort on the route, nothing good coming out of it unless you wide open.
Mm, you're right. And I think, yeah, like I said, the middle was open, but people also were saying that why were you throwing 20 yards up the field when it was like what, 2nd and 8 during that moment, and you threw 20 yards up the field when they could have just kept chucking away like they were chucking away. Did you once again, did you like the play call? Or was you just like that's the right play in that moment? It just wasn't executed properly?
Yes, so I think it was the right play in the moment. Once again, the execution just wasn't there. Like, could we have
Mm.
chucked it down and could we have ran it on that? Yeah, but that wasn't how Ben Johnson seen game being played. He was calling plays, shit was working. Once again, that one specifically did not.
Okay. So you agree with the you it seems like you like Ben Johnson a lot, huh?
Yeah, because we had some bitch ass coaches. I'm gonna just say that. And then I want to say about our coaching tree. Lovey Smith was a great coach. He was just too nice. He ain't even cuss. Like when you don't even cuss, it's just hard out here. And then it just got worse after Lovey Smith. We hired somebody. I don't even know why I remember this guy name. His name is Mark Trestman. This motherfucker
I
looked
remember
like
him.
a
I
fucking
remember him.
cyber nerd. Cyber
Yeah, I do
nerd.
remember. I
We
remember. I
we could have
remember.
hired we could have hired Rex Ryan at that fucking point. We hired Mark Trestman, who never been in the NFL. I never heard of this guy. I've been watching the Bears since I was six.
Did he come from like the
This
Canadian League or something like that?
once again, we don't watch that shit. Why would you go do that? This guy has no NFL experience. You could have hired me, and I could have got a real great coach. Our coaching tree been suck. Mark, you Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson probably cuss people out in the locker room. He ain't taking that shit. I don't think. I think the next greatest coach after Dicker we got was Lovey Smith. We got Matt Nagy. He had a year and a half that was good, but he was once again he was soft.
Soft. Soft. You can't be in
And
Chicago. You can't be soft in Chicago, is what
you
you're saying.
can't you he was soft. Then we drafted Mitchell Trubisky, and I felt we could have got Mahomes
Boo. Yeah,
type shit. I think
that one right there.
I think Mahomes was in that draft, and I'm looking like if you gonna draft Trubisky, he's shooting up the board right now. Grab this guy.
Yeah, I think yeah, that was extremely questionable. Didn't know why you have about Mr. Binsky, who's like what, he's like backup in like Buffalo right now, right? Behind
See,
Josh Allen.
he li- nobody know where he's at.
Okay. So
This is
before
my
we move
heartache
on,
out there.
before we move on, and I want to get to some controversy in this game. Outside the call, you said that the refs missed when it
The
was a
referee
clear.
blew it. They could find
Okay.
me. The referee blew it. Hands to the
S-
helmet. First
So
first drive of the game. I'm sorry. I'm keep saying referee blew it.
right. So what
That's
about
the
this play
that's the
right
reason
here?
we lost. I'm pissed off. That's the reason we
What about
lost.
this play right here with Devontae Adams? Remember this play? There's people saying this is a controversial call too. This is what they're saying. This is what they, and we'll talk about this later about the Bills and Broncos, but they're saying this is a controversial call too. Let's see.
Fans are not going to like this one. Fourth quarter of Rams Bears. Devontae Adams catches a pass over the middle of the field, but it's ripped away from his hands as he goes to the ground, and the Bears say they've got it. No call yet from the refs. On its face, it looked like the exact same play as the Brandon Cooks pass that got intercepted in Broncos Bills, but this is a catch, and the refs say first down Rams. We get the replay, and the refs say Devontae Adams completed the process of the catch, and his knee hit the ground, so he's down by contact, and then the ball is ripped out. So in this case, Devontae Adams has possession. The Bears weren't fighting for the pass, they were fighting for a fumble, and then they ripped the ball out after his knee hits, so Devontae Adams is down.
So, do you agree with that, or you know what I mean?
To me,
Is
those are two totally different plays. Like we gonna get into
okay.
that other
Thank you.
play later,
Thank you.
later. But those are two totally different plays. The
Thank you.
body language of the plays are totally different. Referees, NFL, great job. Y'all didn't blow that one. You blew the
Oh.
first one. Uh, yeah, he blew the first.
Okay. Okay.
That was a good call. He was down.
Okay.
Technically, we talk about catch the ball, you fighting, your knee hit the ground, and then it gets stripped out, and we got video to take to see he was clearly down. He was. He was
Right.
clearly down. It was not a fumble. I was hoping 49 just held him up just a little bit more. But
Hmm.
yeah, it was a good call. That
Okay,
not the
you
same.
know what?
That's not
Real
the
quick,
same Brandon Cooks play.
we're gonna get to that too. Real quick though, hey, but you've been a diehard Bears fan and can admit in that moment it was the right call with a shout. Hey, let's give a round of applause to my boy Coop for being honest, man. When he when he could have just been like, nah, man, it was bullshit. That was a bad call. That
That
cost us
was a
the
great
game,
call.
but you're a
That was a good
realist.
call. Yeah, that
Okay.
was a good call. They blew the first one. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I'm
That's awesome. That's awesome.
gonna tweet the NFL later.
That's funny. All right, so let's move along, man, because we got a few more things to cover in a short
All
amount of
right.
time. But it's really on that Bears game because it was a good game.
It was a good game.
Um, it was a great
The
game.
effort, I'm gonna say the effort I see in my Bears that's under Ben Johnson, I didn't used to have this feeling. When I see the Bears take the field now, you got a feeling of like we gonna win.
mm,
When you got a quarterback and you say just put the ball in that man's hands, you gotta understand that we ain't never had a quarterback like that. Never. Jay
mm.
Cutler was fucking colorblind when it came to the fourth quarter. Like I said, he could play all three first quarter, all three quarters cool. Fourth quarter he get colorblind, and people would be like, "What's colorblind?" He was throwing to the other team.
We
Damn,
can tell
damn,
color jerseys.
damn, man. Fucking, I like number six, but I hated number six.
Right. And I like Jake too. Jake was a cold dude.
He was a cold guy. Had a pistol arm. Had
Right.
talent. Had legs. He just didn't have a brain like a Tom Brady or something. You know.
Okay, real quick. So real quick. I want to know. I want to know since the Bear season is done, right?
Hmm.
What moves would you like to see the Bears make in
D
the
line,
off season?
D
D
line,
line.
boy, D line. We need about 8, 9 people. Just call me. Any agents, call me. I'll let you know. I know the owner, Kasky. Met him before when I was a little kid. Uh, but D line. I love our corners. If our corners stay healthy, the our safeties, I think we need to bring back Byard. I don't know. I think he up this year. Um,
Mm,
but I love our corners. Our corners are good. We got experience this year with corners that was on second year, third year type shit. But definitely D line. I'm gonna say even we got to shore up the linebacker spot because guy TJ Edwards, shout out TJ Edwards, love the guy, broke his ankle in the first
mm,
playoff game. So we got to shore up the linebacker spot. But D line is definitely crucial. We got to stop the run. We got to get to the quarterback. My guy Sweat is out there doing his thing, but it's in spurts. And then sometimes when you see your DN, like if you watch your team, how you watch your team, you know this guy getting 14 sacks a year. But was
mm,
it impactful 14 sacks? Like
mm.
did it make a difference? Like was
Was he
some of
getting
the
garbage? Was
sacks
he getting garbage time sacks?
stuff like that. I'm not saying he was, but what I'm saying is I just need more sweat. I'm sorry, they ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I need more. Those 14 sacks was cool, but I need those 14 sacks to be something that he did. He had some sacks that changed the game. He had some fumbles that changed the game.
Mm,
But yeah, we got to shore up the D line. Our D line is ass. We gotta get some linebackers. We even gotta go out of running back. I love.
mm-hmm.
I think Swift coming up on his last year. I love Monangai. But I
Another
think
guy,
we
I do
need to
like him.
get.
He's tough.
I think we got to get thicker though in the running
Mm,
back position. Um, Other than that, our receiving core is looking good. I think they should do right by Cole Kmet and re-up him. And that's just me
mm,
being a Bears fan because he got the most leading receptions by a tight end, most leading touchdowns by a tight end in Chicago history. So
mm-hmm.
he been a Chicago Bears whole life. Finish him off. Give
Right.
him a couple years more. But yeah, that D line, man. Until we and I look my my defensive coordinator. You see, I choked up on that shit. I fired you all year. I'm sorry. Dennis Allen, I've been fired. I fired you at halftime a couple games. I'm sorry. You got to fix this play calling. I don't know if we need a better D line, but
mm-hmm.
like you started doing some play calling towards the end of the year. You made me turn around. I don't know if we still should bring you back. I'm still on the fence. I got to talk to Kasky about this, but I definitely
Mm.
fired you a bunch. I'm sorry, Dennis Allen. Oh boy, that's the reason I'm on blood pressure medication. Dennis Allen, that I ain't never had a bad defense like this. Chicago is all about defense. Boy, Dennis Allen, boy, that defense. Woo. Now we got great players. We got great players at good positions. But whoo, this defense, boy, this defense was horrible this year. And everybody was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, how you did you only doing this because you getting the turnovers. So you need turnovers to win.
Right.
I know
Right.
you ass. Shit.
Right. Okay. So that's you heard that. So that's right from Kuz's mouth, man. What needs to happen? Any Bears? Anybody what ties to the Bears organization? Listen, man. Listen, my man Coop, because he out here telling real facts. But
Let's
okay.
get that D
So
line.
let's get that D line right. Let's get that D line right in Chicago. Okay. So lastly, I want to know now we're done with that. Hey, way to
Hmm.
close that off. Now I want to cover other stuff in the NFL because obviously there were three more games over the
Yep.
weekend. Um, the Patriots and the Texans.
So let me start off with this before we get started and get in depth.
Mm.
The once again, if you look at what really happened on the overall game, yes, the game had to be played, but when you have three turnovers, no matter who doing it on your team, three turnovers is not a recipe to win the game. So let's get
No,
started.
let's get it started. So I I picked the goddamn Texans. I mean, I'm sorry, I picked the Patriots going into this game. One reason it was where they were
Mhm.
playing at. They're playing in Gillette, cold cold weather. Texans playing the dome.
Any type
Um,
of weather. Huh?
they type right. They were out Nico Collins. Woody Marks didn't reach over 100 yards until last week when he played against who did they play last week? The Steelers,
The
right? His
Steelers,
first,
yeah.
yeah, reaching over 100 yards. So meaning that Patriots know that. Okay, so now we're gonna put this on C.J. Stroud, who's like I say again without Nico Collins and was without Dalton Schultz,
Tight
his
end.
safety blanket
Hmm.
through like he got what he's done by the first or second quarter like that. So I'm like, but even going into this, I'm like, this game, the Texans, I like what they did. They had a generational defense. That defense was crazy, bro.
Ooh,
That
they was
defense
scary.
was after some shit, boy.
They was scary, boy. They was
They was
wolves. Them
they was
wolves
after
was
some
out.
shit.
When you said how
Hey,
them
hey,
wolves was out.
hey, Fang showing. I'm talking about big Fang.
Hmm.
They were on some shit. But but when I feel like I hate to say it because I think he had a phenomenal rookie year, but I just
Hmm.
don't trust C.J. Stroud. I don't know the way he regressed these past two
Oh,
seasons, bro. C.J. regressed, bro.
are
He
we are
regressed.
are we being honest? Because like I'm the petty me. When I said this about a couple years ago, I'm just talking to friends. You know, I don't be on many sports podcasts, but I do be talking sports with people. And everybody thought CJ Stroud was the next great thing. And
Mm,
I kept telling y'all, I was like, them quarterbacks, I'm saying from Ohio State, mm,
from
things
a
just
high.
think
Are you
about
talking
it.
Justin Fields in there too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Just think about
Yeah.
these quarterbacks from Ohio State. They just haven't been.
Mm.
When have you? I don't know. Can you really? Maybe that's a subject for a different day. But I can't name an Ohio State quarterback that was really about that.
Him. Let me
But
think.
like you said, CJ Stroud has regressed. But the reason he regressed was because of the personnel he had at first. Like I
Mm.
think his I can't remember the wide receiver name who messed up his knee
Oh, Tank
very
Dell.
bad. Tank Dell. So when that I think that was his safety blanket as well. No Nico
Mm,
Collins, no Dalton Schultz. Um Mentally when you see an injury like that, you know, it hit home on and
mm,
that could have took something out of him.
mm,
Like you said, he has regressed. I've been saying this since he got in the NFL. He hasn't showed me
mhm,
nothing. He is looking like I'm gonna say the Panthers quarterback right now. You gotta show me. Like y'all want this
mm.
re-up deal, but you ain't showing me nothing.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, yes.
Mm, mm,
Yes.
mm.
But if we comparing the two quarterbacks, even though we're talking about this one game, Bryce
Mm,
Young looked better this year than
he did.
CJ Stroud.
He did. He did. He did. Um, yeah. Okay. So his numbers, his CJ Stroud's numbers against, uh, did he have? Wait, did he have 4 interceptions? He had 3 interceptions. No
I
way.
was going to say, yeah.
Let me see. Let me make
It,
sure. Cause I
it,
don't. Let me see. Let me make sure. Cause I no, he
I
had four
thought
interceptions.
it was four.
He had four
I thought there was some
interceptions.
fumbles in there too.
No, I'm looking at interceptions, man. He was sacked three
Woo!
times. Um, he was pressured about 19, which ain't
They was
helpful. But
they was in
CJ
his ass.
CJ was 20 of 47 for 212 yards. Yikes. With one
Not
TD and
good.
4 interceptions.
Not good. How many times they ran the ball?
Well, let's see. They shut down the running game, bro. Woody Marks. Woody Marks, 14 attempts, 17 yards. Good God Almighty.
Damn, he was getting less than a yard a attempt. Okay.
Less than a
Damn.
yard an attempt, bro. Which is this
That's
man's practically
crazy.
running backwards.
That's
Crazy.
crazy. They in the
Crazy.
backfield every time they hand that ball off. Damn.
Back there.
Ooh. So yeah, the game basically, like you said, they put the game on CJ Stroud's shoulders. They said you're gonna
Hmm.
have to beat us.
You had to beat
He's
us.
gonna
You had to be
and
the one to beat
and
us.
and if we looking at the last 2 years, when he get to the second round, he has not shown.
He has not.
Not sure. He has not. It's like that first game is like, oh, whoop de doo doo doo. Second round comes like I forget how to play. I ain't
How to
saying
play.
that's yeah, I ain't saying that, but when you getting pressured, when things ain't going your way, you ain't got your receivers you usually have. But as the QB, you you gotta step up in a different way. And turnovers is not it in the playoffs. You're not winning in
Mm,
playoffs with turnovers.
you're not. You're not. And do you so my question is it time for a QB change in Houston?
I ain't gonna say it's time for a change, but they better get a backup. They better go get it expensive. The Kirk Cousins look like he finna go sit at CBS desk, but they gonna have to go get an expensive backup because if you look at I'm gonna say the second half of the season for CJ Stroud didn't look pretty. Did not
No.
look pretty. Like when I watched some
No.
of their games and I was looking at their game, it was the defense that really stood
Mm,
out. Like
mhm,
you looking at, I'm talking about they let the Wolves groundhogs out. That defense was flying this year. So in some of the games, I didn't really see CJ put his imprint on it.
mm,
Like, don't you know how he had that amazing rookie season? He's putting his
mhm,
imprint on the game.
mhm.
His regression has been that hasn't been
It
putting his
has.
imprint on the game.
It has. Very so much has. I think I don't know, like I say, I don't know what it is, but I feel like he's just kind of taking a back seat. Now I was trying to think, did they get a new offensive coordinator, have a new OC? I'm like, I'm not sure about that. Maybe that's why, but even like I say last season, I know they didn't. And I'm like, I
No,
felt like that's when you really saw this, and it's typical for like quarterbacks to have that sophomore slump. That's a real
yeah.
thing, right? But
Hmm.
then it's like, okay, now you in your third year, and you even look worse in your sophomore slump, and it's like,
Now we questioning. Now we gotta
yeah,
go.
yeah,
If the owners is looking at this, if they feel like they got to go to the drawing board, that means there's something wrong in your
right,
organization. Like if you got to
right,
think about drafting a quarterback, that mean like, do you really got your guy at the helm?
right,
You
and
don't
and
want
I.
you don't those questions you don't want to have as an owner or as a GM.
Hmm. But you know what too, and I think we are in that, and when they, you're a huge basketball fan too, I am too, but I think we are
Hmm.
in that area, in that stage of where social media, to where everyone is like, what about right now? They're not about player development. You know what I'm saying? And I think like you mentioned Bryce Young later. I think you mentioned Bryce Young earlier. I think
Yeah,
Bryce
yeah.
Young showed that he's progressing. You know what I mean? That's the player development you want.
Hmm.
CJ, unfortunately, is going the
It's
other
going
way.
the
And
other
I
way.
want to see I want to see the young black man do well. You know what I
I do
mean? But
too.
he's
I do
going
too.
the other way. But I don't think it's time, like you said, I don't think it's time for a change. I think apply pressure to him by maybe drafting a quarterback, or like you say, bringing over Kirk Cousins to be like, hey, look, man, we
I
want
ain't say
to.
get Kirk Cousins, Texans. Just go get an expensive backup. That way you put something in his brain, like, damn, you
Right,
brought him in. Maybe that
right.
trigger a good
Trigger
play. That's all I'm
something.
saying. Yeah.
Trigger something. So yeah, so we agree. I don't think it's time to let CJ go just yet, but
Nah, nah.
I think give him another season, and after this season, then maybe you gotta be okay. We gotta look
They
elsewhere
bet
because
they better not be talking contract extensions. He ain't. Mm-mm. He better
they ain't
wait.
talking
He
contract
gonna have to play
extension.
this out. He gonna have to play
They ain't
now.
talking.
Bryce Young could talk that right now because of how his progression has went. Right now, CJ, you gotta play this out, dog. This next year is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be contract year. That you either
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a motherfucking Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or you finna get a middle of the, I'm gonna say middle of the bunch type deal. 150,
Right. Right.
175 type shit.
Right.
So we'll see.
So we'll see. We'll see. Another game that took place this past weekend in divisional round was an ass whipping. I'm talking about a complete beat
From
down
from
from
from the
like the
first play.
first 13 seconds of the first kickoff was the
I
goddamn 49ers and Seattle Seahawks. Oh my god. Hey, belt to ass.
took they soul from the first play. Like
First play.
it's like the 12th man just went over on 49er bench and said, y'all bitch ass play today. We finna fuck y'all up. And that's how they played because the Seahawks was out there smacking it. They was hitting. Seahawks was hitting everything. I'm talking about they was trying to
Right.
break some shit up. And
Right.
I'm looking at the 49ers. I'm like, damn, it's just not it. That's
It's
okay.
not it.
We
It's
hit.
not it.
That's not
But
it.
you know what to the 49ers to be fair, they were banged up like on both sides of the ball. I
Oh,
mean, you got no Ayuk, you got no
They had a
Kittle.
hundred. They had 150 people out. They had practice squad. They had the practice squad in this playoff game out there. Boy, you seen that tight end they had? You ain't see him the
Yeah.
whole year. You ain't see
Who
him the whole year.
what was it
The
like
40,
Tanja or
the
something
40,
like that?
yeah. You ain't see bro the whole year. You see no wide receiver. Only wide receiver you knew the 49 had was Jennings. Nobody know who else was out there.
Yeah, Jennings was it. Because
That was
even
it.
what's the dude from the second year play Persall,
Oh,
Ricky
Chris
Persall
Paul.
wasn't even out
I
there.
forgot. He came back, but he didn't really make an impact.
And he
He,
was out, and then on the defensive side, you got no Fred Warner, which is your, you know what I mean?
that's
That's your
key.
captain on the
That's key.
defense.
Yep. Yep.
And then you got that racist piece of shit that was out, Nick Bosa. Like
Uh, yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
somebody said he lost, he got killed put out of playoffs on Martin Luther King weekend. You gotta love it.
Hit him with the Sandman.
But
Oh
yeah, but
man.
the 49ers, man, they just didn't stand a chance. And
No.
let's look at this. And what's crazy about it, right, is that the damn Seahawks, like they didn't even go off. They had a very pedestrian.
Okay. I'm gonna say you say pedestrian. I was gonna say okay game.
Yeah, but it's a very like offensively, like they didn't have to do much. I mean, because their defense are playing lights out. Like the 49ers stand a chance. But look, Sam Darnold,
Hmm.
bro, Sam Darnold threw 17 passes. He was 12 of 17, 124 yards, one TD. Kenneth Walker bought out. Kenneth Walker, 19. He had the hat trick. He had 19
Hmm.
attempts on 100 for 116 yards, three touchdowns. I mean, what does Sam Darnold need to do in that moment, right? And then what's crazy about
Hmm.
it though is that Smith and Jigba only had 19 yards, bro, one TD. Like, and they beat them 41-6.
I think this game was won in the trenches. Most games are won in the trenches. My O line people all out there gonna always say that.
Right?
If we look at that being smacked in the mouth when physically after the kickoff, Seattle really smacked them in the mouth up front because of what you just said. Kenneth Walker, the third, had an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
He was really I want to say his ankles on his runs was he's running very physical. That first touchdown he could have really stretched it out and like ran to the corner, but he wanted contact. He was like an AP
He
right
wanted.
there.
He was searching it
He
out.
he seen old boy. He said, "Bet I'm finna run right into you."
I'm gonna run right through your bitty ass. I'm gonna run right through your little
Yeah.
bitty ass, boy.
So so when I seen that from him, along with the offensive line doing what they was doing, yeah, that was a recipe for success. And when, like you said, you don't need Sam Darnold to throw 30 times when
No,
you
you
got a
don't.
running back who
You
got
don't.
3 TDs. So
You don't. And that's crazy that Smith and Jigba only had 19 yards for
one
and one
catch,
TD. One
yeah,
catch.
that one
Was
catch
it one? No,
was it
actually
one?
he had three. He was targeted for, caught three, 19 yards. He did some little
See,
intermediate catches and one TD.
because usually his catches be where you be
Oh,
like,
up
I
the
remember
field.
those. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
his catches is usually like that, but the only one I really remember was the touchdown catch.
That was
And
it. That was it. And
at
then
that
he
point,
just
the game was still out of reach.
it
But
was out
I'm
of reach.
just like, yeah.
It was still out of reach. So like we said, and I had the Seahawks beating the Niners. I posted my thing. I had the Seahawks beating the Niners. Like I say, the Niners was just banged up.
Hmm.
They got past the Eagles team fairly not easy, not fairly easy. It was a game, and I looked at how inconsistent the Eagles were, and I looked at how consistent the Seahawks have been. I'm like, there's no way the 49ers go into that stadium and beat them. I just don't see that happening, which it didn't.
It was
But
it was too much in, I want to say, influx of with the Eagles. This is it was too much in-house drama that got out, and I know you Philly,
mm,
and you know your beat porters got to report and stuff like that. But I felt like too
right.
much of the inside stuff that should stay inside got out, and that's what really led to their downfall this year.
Hmm.
When it comes to the Eagles and them in the playoffs, I ain't had the Eagles
Right.
going far, but I
No,
did.
I had them bounce in the first round. I had them bounce by Frisco. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you said, I did have Seahawks for this game, but I didn't think it was gonna be this bad, boy. I was like, every time I turned back, I was like, damn, still whooping the air. Damn, we got work. Shit. Every time I turned back, I was like, damn.
Hey,
I was
look.
like, damn. Every time it went from 14, I think it was like 23, then it was like
Yeah.
31. Every time I turned back, the score was different.
It
And
was,
I was
bro.
like,
Look,
damn.
hey, about the second quarter, I went outside in my backyard, started practicing my golf swing, hitting into my net. I got in the backyard. I was like, yeah, this shit's. I said, yeah, this shit is not looking like much of anything today. I'm gonna be outside practicing my golf swings. I'm playing this week, so I say, let me get outside and do what I do best, right?
In the
Um,
words of Red Fox, it got Esther real fast because it got real ugly. It got real ugly.
so so my question is now everybody saying that's been done. Now I've been seeing a few fans, not a lot,
Hmm.
but I seen a few fans said maybe it's time to fire Kyle Shanahan.
No, Kyle
No.
Shanahan, don't do that. There's nobody out there who could come in and do what he did these last few years with what he has had in Brock Purdy. And to me, I always felt like Brock Purdy was the he's not that QB.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Thank you. Okay.
they lucked up on
Uh,
Brock Purdy coming out that
uh,
where he came and him proving he can play. Yes, you can play. But can you take the 49ers to where they want to go and what they want to
no.
win? If you're asking me, okay, Patty, stay over there. Um, no, he cannot do
Thank you. Thank you.
it. No, he cannot
Thank
do it.
you.
Brock Purdy is
Thank
not that
you.
guy. But
Thank
if
you.
you
I've
look
been
at Brock,
saying that.
he is a turnover machine too. Like if we think
Yeah.
about it, turn
I I
he
I
turnover
I've been
machine
saying
when it
that,
comes to
bro.
it.
I've been saying that about Brock Purdy since like maybe 3 years ago. Bro, Brock Purdy, I'm like, bro, Brock Purdy is a middle of the pack quarterback. Like he's not
Yep.
bad, but he's not great. He's not elite. Like he does not have that. I'm like but also he's thriving in that system in Kyle Shanahan's system. You put majority of starting quarterbacks in that system, they're going to look g- just as good, but most likely better than what Brock Purdy does in that system. It is a pass friendly, quarterback friendly system that Cal Shanahan has developed in San Francisco, bro. Of course,
Hmm.
Brock Purdy looks good. You put Brock
Yep.
Purdy over there with when Josh Allen situation with those Bills, or you put him over there, Lamar
That man
Jackson with his
with the
man,
Bills wide
hell
receiver,
no,
with the
man,
Bills wide
hell
receiver, Brock
no,
Purdy. Boy, that team
man,
for in the
hell
Latin.
no.
They picking in the top 10.
Hell
So,
no.
like you said, Kyle Shanahan's system is a quarterback friendly system. If you look at his backup, Brock Purdy backup Jones, who came in this year, had a magnificent showing. I'm pretty sure he finna get paid because
Mac
of what
Jones,
he
yes,
did.
yes,
Mac Jones
yes.
did great in that system. I felt like
Right.
shit, keep Purdy on the bench and let Mac Jones cook. Because I felt like he was cooking.
He
Like,
was. He was.
and when you brought back Purdy, I felt like the offense didn't look the same.
It did it. It did it. And I tell people all the time, bro. I say the San Francisco offense is plug and play. And then you think about those years that Brock Purdy was looking good. You look at this boy. This man had Kittle as your tight end. You got
Yep.
McCaffrey in your backfield. You got Ayuk as your receiver. You get what I'm saying? It's like you got that good offensive line. You got Trip Williams on the offensive line. I'm like, bro, he had all the right pieces around him
Great defense to back you
to
up. You
back
had
you
a
up.
great defense. You had pieces on defense that really took you to the Super Bowl, and
Yes,
you
and he
couldn't
had
get it
Debo
done.
Sanders. Debo Samuel.
Yeah,
Let's not forget
Debo.
Debo was there too.
Yeah, and
So
he
it's like
couldn't get it done.
he couldn't get
He
it
couldn't
done.
get
So
it done.
I don't think Kyle Shanahan is the problem. He can't even turn that program around. First of all, Kyle Shanahan this season with all the injuries they had, you said they had 11 goddamn injuries,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They
13
they
and
look
6.
worse than my Bears.
13 and 6. Made it to the divisional round. Under 9 years, Cal Shanahan is 82 and 67. He's 9-5 in the postseason. His total career record, total career winners and losses, 91-72, and he had 2 Super Bowl appearances. I'm like, how do you fire that?
You crazy if you do.
How do you fire
Like
that?
I'm trying to get them to fire Brock Purdy. I'm sorry. I'm not even the Niners fan. I'm just trying to get y'all to get a good quarterback. I love 49ers colors. I used to rock the Dion Diamond Turf.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like if
yeah.
you keep Brock Purdy there, I got a lot of foot like my buddy, he a big 49ers fan. And I keep
Right.
telling him every year, I said, y'all just like the cowgirls. I said, I'm gonna be on my Stephen A with this. Just Imma just wait, and when it happen, Imma just laugh in your face. You just keep thinking Brock Purdy is gonna win you this Super Bowl. I said, "You got everything in San Francisco, but Brock Purdy is not gonna win you the Super Bowl." I'm
Brock
just being
Purdy's not it.
honest with you.
He's not
That's
it.
just me on him with the 49ers. I'm not
I
saying take money away. I'm not saying fire him, 49ers, don't listen to me. Um, but what I'm saying is draft quarterback.
exactly, exactly.
Draft
I
quarterback.
I think Kyle Shanahan is their guy. I think he's done an amazing job over there. I think
Mhm.
Brock Purdy is the weakest link in that situation, and I think you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, whatever.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is a step up above Garoppolo. Let's just be honest. Let's just
Hey,
be honest, bro.
hey, when you said that name, and then I thought about play, I said it went just like that. It like connected in my head. Like, damn, you
hmm
right.
He plays just
Damn,
very similar
you
games.
right.
Nothing fancy about him. Not the strongest arm. Can make the plays, but like he make the safe plays. You know what I mean? Not spectacular plays. And sometimes Brock Purdy will make a little spectacular plays, but for the most part,
Hmm.
Brock Purdy, he's a step above Garoppolo. And that's not saying that he's
I
bad,
agree.
but I'm just saying I'm not putting him in the company of your Josh Allens and your Lamar Jacksons and your Burrows and you know what I mean? I'm not even putting him in the company with Drake May right now. I'm being
He
honest.
not he not
So
first. He not first or second tier quarterbacks. He
exactly.
are. So if you got a quarterback that is not
Hey,
first,
hey, real
second tier
quick.
quarterback, might need to go.
Somebody said Machiavelli McNabb on Instagram said Tupac and Joe Torre in Poetic Justice. That's great. They sent me Tupac and Joe Torre. That's
Okay,
funny. But
I take it.
was that Joe Torre? Was that Guy Torre?
Guy, I think it's Guy Torre.
It's Guy Torre. Guy's the older
I think
brother,
it's
right?
yeah. I think it's Guy
Okay.
Torre.
Okay, so maybe shit. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought okay. Anyhow, so yeah, I think he's safe. So let's get on to that last game before we get up out of here, man. The one that we want to cover, the one that had the controversial call. It was
Ooh,
that damn. It was
that
that
damn
damn.
catch.
That damn Bills and
Hmm.
Broncos game. What did
I
you?
thought
Who did you have winning that game? First of all,
so. I had Broncos winning. I thought Broncos
okay,
was gonna win
okay.
because of their defense.
Hmm.
We're gonna get to talk about Bo Nix in a second. But I had the Broncos winning because of the defense, and the defense disappointed me because they didn't play how I thought they was gonna play, even though I
And
knew.
surprisingly, like we like in contrast to like the game with between your Bears and my Rams, I
Oh
thought
yeah,
I thought that was gonna be the least scoring game, but that was like the most high scoring game of the weekend, right outside of Seattle. Just no, that's still higher scoring. That was the highest scoring
demolishing.
game of the
Yeah,
weekend. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
But you were
yeah, I
saying,
had the Broncos
mhm.
to win. I to me, I it's just, it's something about the Bills. I want to say Bills either is missing defense or they missing pieces that could really heal them, that could get them over the top. And in these years with Josh Allen, they either gave him stuff and then taking it away. Like
Mhm.
he had a great defense in years, like when he first
Mhm.
started. Then they had
Right.
to not pay those guys and start from scratch again, and then build the defense again. And then he
Mhm.
had receivers. Then they took them away. And then now you
Mm.
gotta it's hard. Sometimes you do need certain players in certain positions to help you win. But I think if you ain't got a receiver, I understand Tom Brady. You gonna say Tom Brady ain't have a receiver. Fuck that. Those guys was receivers because you're gonna think about the people we had. You're gonna start naming them off. They was really receivers. And we go
Uh-huh.
to the Bills. I can't name a receiver.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yes, Josh Allen. We gonna say Brandon Cooks. They brought him in on like week 12, week 13, but like he wasn't there the whole year. I think if Brandon Cooks was there the whole year, he probably would have had 1,000 yard season. But like
Mm.
they didn't really have a guy that threatened the defense that said, "I'm scared of this." On offense with Josh Allen, they only had Josh Allen, so they was only scared of Josh Allen.
Mm. I definitely agree with you on that. I only picked the Bills this time because I picked the Bills because one, I figured like, okay, this is Josh Allen moment, right? Like
Hmm.
he's not facing no Mahomes, he's not facing the Joe Burrow. Like, you know what I mean? Your biggest competition in the AFC now is Drake May
Hmm.
and Bo Nix, right? Or whatever. But Bo Nix, I like the Broncos defense. I'm not high on Bo Nix either. I think he's a Jimmy Garofalo himself. I'm not high on Bo Nix. He did have a good
Oh,
rookie season. I think this sophomore year,
hmm,
whatever. I don't but I picked the Bills just because I thought, okay, Josh Allen, once again, experience versus inexperience, right? It's only Bo's second year playoff. Josh can get him over the hump, right? But then
hmm,
again, Josh Allen did make some bonehead ass plays. Like I think Josh Allen turned the ball over 4 times. I think he had three picks, and which one of the picks we like I said we get to that controversial call, but
yeah,
3 picks, 1 fumble, and that 1 fumble is when they were probably before they was going to halftime. He gave the ball up
yep.
trying to run, and then Denver kicks that field goal, give them 3 points, and what they end up losing by 3 points. Not saying that
Three.
was, but I'm just
The
saying.
key,
So
yeah.
yeah. So him being that in that mindset, I did had the motherfucking Bills over the Broncos, and
Okay.
I thought, but you were right. Everything I was wrong, but I thought the Broncos defense was great, but I felt like the Bills defense wasn't nearly as good. But I felt like offensively, Josh Allen could get it done, which he was. Don't get me wrong, he had, which is crazy. But you, like you said, you can't have that many turnovers and still expect to win a game. Like you just can't, right? Josh Allen
Yeah.
he was 25 of 39, 283 yards, 3 TDs, but 4 turnovers, bro.
Mm. So when
Mm.
so that fumble really hurt him going into the half. And we when you I want to say when you the quarterback, like they, yes, this Josh Allen, I seen it every time he got on the field where
Hmm.
he said, "I'm finna go win this game." I seen it.
Hmm.
They, they pan the camera to him, look him in his eyes and stuff like that. They trying to see what the man's thinking. Every time the Bills got a chance to, well, when he got the ball, he did prove that he is that guy.
Hmm.
But he had those 4 turnovers, and Once
Mm-hmm.
again, when you had those, I don't know how many plays that account to for the other team, but I kind of sum it up like this: when you have when you have turnovers like that. So you just gave them, let's just say 3, 6, 9, 12 extra possessions, not including what those possessions led to,
Mm-hmm.
because those is downs in each one of those. So I'm just counting the downs. I always counted the downs. So you gave them um 12 extra downs on top of what they already had in the game. That
Mm-hmm.
you giving them more plays than you. So if they on the field more than you, hopefully, that other team gonna do more. That's what I thought.
Right.
That really led to the win for the Broncos. But I thought Bo Nix really won the game for him. How he threw
Mm-hmm.
some of those passes to where he
Mm-hmm.
got PIs called for him. I thought that was key because that Broncos defense was scared, boy. Because
Yeah,
when Josh
absolutely.
Allen got on the field, boy, I was like, "These boy, do they know it's only Josh Allen?" Like, I don't know who else he throwing it to out here, but if you just try to like break him up, maybe you could dismantle this Bills. But they didn't see it how I seen it. Once again, I'm a
Right.
spectator, but
Right.
yeah, that I want to say the
It's
Bills defense kept them in the game because they
right.
played okay enough.
Yeah, exactly. They played okay
Hmm.
enough. They were limited in the Broncos in the system. It's weird that the game was like 33-30. And still
Right?
say they played well enough, right? But I mean
Yeah.
that's the kind of that's kind of been the Bills all year. I mean, they've given up a lot of points. They just had to outscore you, which is surprisingly like usually defense is better than what it was
Yep.
this past season. But I also think like, well, my problem with the biggest problem with Josh Allen is how the
Hmm.
media is coddling Josh Allen, bro. It's like, come on, bro. I'm to the point to where you y'all blaming CJ. Is it time for a change in Houston? Is it could be change in Houston? You look at Purdy and the interception he threw, didn't have nobody there, fine. But
Uh-huh.
then it's like Sam Herbert. Herbert was giving shit up. Like the Patriots all over him. But Josh Allen, people are like the Bills let Josh Allen down. I'm like, this man had 4 turnovers, y'all. Like Josh Allen let Josh Allen down. This man had
Yep.
4 turnovers. Like
Yep.
you have 4 turnovers in a game, bro. Like I don't know if anybody let you down, bro. And I understand because they put the ball so much in his hand, but sometimes I think that is the problem. Sometimes they put the ball too much in Josh Allen's hands. Like Cook was doing all right. Like let Cook run that ball, let him pound that ball. Stop
Even
trying
though
to
I think he
go ahead.
fumbled once, even
He
though
did. He
Cook
did. I
Cook
think they
fumbled
had
one
5 turnovers. Yeah, let me see.
I,
Let me
I
see what Cook. Go ahead.
hmm I was just gonna say I think like you said, give it to Cook because Cook really got them there. Cook is that other guy. Like if we talking about that other guy when we look at the Bills offense, he is that other guy. But
He is.
outside of Cook and Josh Allen, don't nobody else scare you on that offense.
Nobody's here in the offense. And I really think they have to do some of the offense. James Cook was 24 for 117 yards.
Look at that. Look at that. You better get that man 30 carries. It's the playoffs. I'm pretty
The
sure Josh
playoffs.
Allen. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen want to hand the ball off.
Yeah,
Just
you
so he
got
can
to
go like this.
you got to do that. You got to do that. And like you said, Brandon Cooks came in, did what he did, but I also feel like Josh Allen, once again, Josh Allen, I'm not gonna coddle him. I gotta hold him to higher standards. Like, bro, you didn't face Burrow or Mahomes or Lamar Jackson this postseason. You get what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
role was kind of paid for you. You know what I mean? Like I
That's
said,
what
no
they
disrespect. No,
that's
no
what they
dis,
said.
that's what they
Quote
said, and that's
unquote.
what everybody's like. Oh, this controversial cause, like, oh, they just want the Broncos to win. I'm like, why they want the Broncos to win it? Like Josh Allen has been a golden boy in the media for a minute now. He never receives any criticism, so I think the role was paid for him. He's been caught. Hey, oh, Josh Allen, it's okay. You got 4 turnovers.
That
Man,
that
get
what
the
they
fuck
did
out
to
of
him.
here.
Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if that was, and I'm gonna throw a little race right there. Because if that was Lamar Jackson with four turnovers, we talking about Lamar Jackson differently. He could have.
Oh, of course we are.
We dragging Lamar Jackson.
Of
No, do the
course we
same with
are.
Josh Allen because he
Do the
had four
same.
turnovers. He's supposed to be
Four turnovers.
going to the Super Bowl. He is
Four
Wonder Boy.
turnovers. Four
Do him
turnovers.
like you'll do my guy. So
Yeah.
like, come on, don't be one sided about it.
Exactly. you got second year Bo Nix with 26, 46, 20, 279 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception.
Look at that.
Second year. What's Josh was about his seventh, eighth year now?
Yeah, yep. And
Wow.
I said, Bo Nix won the game. Not only that, it's a lot of things that won the game, but I think
Wow.
his decision making on some of those PI plays that happened, that's what won the game. When I say Bo Nix won the game,
And I
I
and I
think he
and I
saw
and
the
I gotta and
game
I
in
gotta take
Sean
that
Payton's
back.
eyes.
Right, I gotta take that back too. You know what, Bo Nix, I apologize. I don't know if you ever see this, but I did not. I was unfamiliar with your game. That game, I didn't realize that stat line. I overlooked that. That's a pretty. That's you. I
Mhm.
mean, 26 for
For
46,
year two,
279
yeah, for year
in a big
two,
play. Hey, shout
yeah.
out to Bo Nix. Which sucks is that he got injured. He won't. We'll talk about that.
I was gonna
But
say that. I was gonna
but
say that.
but okay, so now let's get to that controversial call. We're gonna spend too much time on that because the media been talking about this for some time.
Okay.
Did did Brandon Cook possess the ball? Now let me show you. Let me pull that up real quick. And here we
Hmm.
go, right here. I think, let's see.
They pick it up and they go deep down the field, and the pass is caught.
They blocked it up perfectly. McMillan does a good job not getting. But we're going to need you on this one, Gene.
Yeah, this is really close. I'm not sure that Cooks has possession coming to the ground.
Exactly. And I know people want to blame it and say, oh, that was horrible referee. Look, man. The difference between, and we talked about earlier, the difference between Devontae
Hmm.
Adams' catch and that catch is Devontae established himself on the ground. He established he caught the ball. He even made football moves. Brandon Cooks is coming. He's jumping. He's coming down to the ground. We all say you have to survive the
The
ground.
cat. Yep.
Yeah, you have to survive the ground to say you caught the ball. Regardless of defender touching you in that
Hmm.
moment, the play is not over until we see you survive the ground. He didn't
Yep.
survive it. The ball. So in that moment, they're playing for interception. It's not a fumble. They're playing for interception. Regardless if it was a fumble or not, you can say that too. The ball never touched the ground. The defender comes
Boom.
off on
That's the
top.
key. That's the key right there. The ball never touched the ground. And then if you really watch the video, as we get into like Brandon Cooks, when they like it's simultaneously once again when they are coming down and Brandon Cooks got the ball, he don't have the ball. Like if you really look at his body
He don't.
language,
He don't.
when he hit the ground, he was already like feeling like he was broken and soft and hurt. So
The
like
ball
when
has
the
already
other
been jarred loose at that point too.
Yep. And the other guy, when the other guy felt like his hand was in there and he rolled over with him, that was his chance to take it. And he knew that. He knew that. So that's what, and when the ball never touched the ground and you give a defender a chance like that to roll over and take it, I think that play always go to the defender that I
It
have
should
seen.
go to the defender. It should go to the defender because everyone's. I even saw like LaShawn McCoy, and I forgot who the other person. They was like, you should award. I think Richard Sherman said that. I think you should reward
Hmm.
the catch to the offense. I'm like y'all, but y'all know for a fact that like the play isn't over. Like he has to survive the ground, and by him falling and the back play behind that, you see the ball move in
It's
his arm. The ball
moving.
move. It's
Yeah, he
moving.
don't have possession at
He
all.
don't have
No
possession
possession.
at all.
It's just on his body and it didn't hit the ground.
And
That's
they
what
hit
the
the
ball
ground.
was doing. It was
That's
just
all it was
right
doing.
there. He ain't even have control of it to
That, that,
say like like when he hit the ground to say it was like firmly. You could see his whole body was limp. That's the word I was looking for. His body was limp when the ball was in his hands. So like
right.
when somebody body is limp and they not moving, they don't have possession.
At all.
So yeah, so I that was to me. You got to give credit to the DB, man. DB
The
got
DB, that
back.
was that
Um,
was an amazing play. And some people are like, "Oh, you can't tell me that they were robbed, this, that, and the third." Like those are Josh Allen apologists or whatever. Like, oh no, 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 they weren't robbed, bro. That was an amazing catch. And I'm like, lastly, I'm like, if this, I said another great example is if a receiver toe drags on the sideline, right? He's
mhm,
contacted in bounds. He just toe drag somebody touch him in bounds, right? Okay, he's down. But if he falls out of bounds and that ball hits that ground and moves, guess what? It's not a catch.
it's
It's
not
not
a
a catch.
catch.
So this
Yeah,
is this is no different. This is no different. He caught it. He came down. that ball, not only did it move, it went in his hand by the time the play was over.
And
What are we
that's the
talking
crazy
about?
part because when he came down with the ball like the DB just had I want to say he did an amazing job of sticking his hand in there enough to feel the ball to say I'm gonna snatch this out because he ain't give up on the play. So you got to give DB heads off to the DB to even get back and say I'm not gonna lose this. And yeah, he didn't have the ball. Like the ball was there. Josh Allen
Mhm.
he threw a dime like on the blitz play to get that throw off, and I seen it going, but all the ball did was like just drop in Brook and Cook's hand. That's it. Like he
Mhm.
didn't really care.
That's
It
it.
just dropped in his hands.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's it. That's it. And so yeah, we're going to move past that because I feel like
Hmm.
everybody has wasted enough time on that, and I'm like, yo, it wasn't a catch, bro. The right call
It
was
wasn't.
made. It
Yeah, I
wasn't.
think so too.
It wasn't a catch. So lastly, wait, right before last, I want to get your thoughts real quick. Um, you see, hold on a moment. I see the Bills fired
Oh, they let him go.
Josh
I
McDermott.
was
Oh, they fired him today.
I was thinking that when we was just talking about the Bills and what has the Bills accomplished. I think it's just time for McDermott. McDermott built a lot there. He did a lot for the Bills. But in my head, I was kind of had this like itchy feeling like I think McDermott fit to go next. I think
Mm,
it might say fired, but I think that's a mutual step away.
you think so?
I think that's a mutual step. Don't you know how you at a job for a long time? You're like, damn, I've been here a long time. Like, I just think it's time for me to go. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but it's just time for me to quit this job. So I think McDermott probably was feeling like that. Like, I got so close, like I could only do so much with
Mm,
you as a quarterback. You know how it's like a trainer with a fighter that you groom him from when he's 7 to maybe you get him to a prospect, and you can only get him so much to a prospect at that point. Maybe you got to hand him off to a different trainer. So I think that's what happened with Josh Allen. He need a different coach.
I respect that. That's a great.
Look out for Mike
Well,
Dayball.
you summed that up perfectly because like you said, McDermott came in there. He turned the organization around within the 9 years he's been there.
Yep.
It's a 98-50 regular season
Ooh.
record. 88. I mean, sorry, 88. 8-8 in the playoffs. But like you said, no Super Bowl appearances, and it's like It's like you said, we need that fighter. Like you primed them well, you trained them well, but we may need somebody who can actually take them to that next step. And like I say, an
It's
unbelievable
I'll
record, 98 and
yep,
50.
it is.
But like no, maybe if he had a Super Bowl appearance, maybe you know what I mean. You can kind of keep him, but no Super Bowl appearance. Like you said, I agree. It was time. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Now, do you think he's gonna be without a job for long? You think he's gonna find a job right away? Or who could use a Sean McDermott? Oh shit, did this thing freeze? Oh no, don't tell me he froze. No, Coop, come back, my boy. Oh wow, Coop froze, man. The conversation was getting great. Don't know what happened in that moment. Um, but wow, I'm just a lost for words, man. It was such a great show. Um, I want to say this lastly. I'm gonna put out my picks for the Super Bowl and damn live TV is rough. Yeah, you're right, Joe. You are right. Hey, shout out Joseph, man. Thank you for joining us as always. But I'm gonna give you my Super Bowl picks for I'm not Super Bowl picks, who's going to the Super Bowl. As a Rams fan, as a Rams fan, ooh, Seattle looks tough. I know we came close to beating that game. You know what? I'm sticking with my gut. I don't give a damn, baby. And I think the Rams can beat them. I think the Seattle looked great against the 49ers. But I got the LA Rams. I got us beating the Seattle Seahawks. And I have, unfortunately, with Bo Nix's injury, I have which I think, regardless of the injury, I still think the Patriots probably could have taken him. I like Drake May a little more. I think the Patriots beat the Broncos. So I'm calling now a Rams and Patriots Super Bowl. Second time. Remember back in 2018 when Tom Brady went and we had golf back there. So this is gonna be a rematch of the 2018 Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots. You heard it here first. I'm calling it. This has been a great episode of Unc Nation Live. Man, I want to thank you for my special guest. I say Unc Nation Sports. This is very impromptu, just me and my guy Coop from Chicago. Unfortunately, dropped out on us. He joined us, man. Gave some great insight. Gave his great NFL and football knowledge. And then so we're going to try to do this more often. Hope you guys liked it. And then we'll catch you on the next time. Also, be on the lookout for Unc Nation Live this Thursday at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, man. My boy John Elliott, Joseph Mustin will be back here. We'll be rocking again this Thursday at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. Until then, y'all be safe, man. Unc Nation Sports.